Salvete, MikeOrion is with you on the MikePlayShow channel, and in this video we will analyze the plot and mechanics of the game Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine 2. Enjoy watching, let's go! The main character Titus goes with his comrades to the planet Kadaka, which was attacked by Tyranids. The Tyranid grabs him, he falls to the ground, losing his comrades. Backstory: Titus was falsely accused of the heresy, but he was left alive and sent to the Death Watch. Titus began to search for his comrades. He finds their corpses and kills hordes of opponents. The goal of their mission is to spread a virus that will kill the Tyranids. Titus finds a charge with a virus, loads it into the compartment and launches it. After Titus waits for the bomb to launch and fights off hordes of enemies. The launch is successful, but one of the Tyranids attacks Titus, and he falls down, falling into a trap. The Tyranids surround him, the protagonist desperately resists the enemy attack. But Titus is defeated and loses consciousness. He is saved by the Space Marines. Tech priests perform surgery on him and heal his wounds. He is returned to the Ultramarines Legion for his heroic deed and long service in the Death Watch. The chaplain warns him and he will keep an eye on him. General Akaran also doubts his loyalty, but the command decided to return Titus to service. They destroy all information about Titus's heresy. Titus was demoted to lieutenant. Akaran tells the plan. The planet Kadaka will be abandoned, all forces will be sent to the planet Avarax. All personnel will be evacuated, and the gun will cover their retreat. The main objective is to protect the gun. The Space Marines assist the Imperial Guard and repel several attacks by Tyranid hordes. Artillery and bombs destroy the enemies. Then the Space Marines go to the cannon. The cannon is not loaded. Titus and his comrades start the generators that power the cannon. The heroes continue to protect the guidance system from enemy forces. The cannon is loaded, aimed and destroys the ship from which the Tyranids are landing. The mission is accomplished. The population is saved. The next goal was to save Archmage Nozick. The heroes find Nozick. He refuses to leave the planet until he returns the data. The main characters go to fulfill his task and help the guards repel the Tyranid attacks. After Titus and his partners meet a huge creature that becomes invisible. This creature is called the Lictor. Having defeated the creature, the heroes go to the laboratory. They need to restore power to open the door. By driving away the hordes of Tyranids with a flamethrower, the Space Marines restore power. Then the main characters must restore the data transmitter. Having configured and destroyed the Tyranids, the data arrives and the task is completed. Nozick is evacuated by ship. But they are shot down. The main character and his comrades go in search of the ship. Using backpacks, the Space Marines overcome obstacles. They find the nest of the swarm and blow it up. Then they find a downed ship. Nozick and the others are dead. It becomes clear to everyone. This was done by Chaos. After the mission, Titus meets with Akaran. He says that Nozick was working on a secret weapon, the Aurora, and the Chaosites found out about it. The only person left who worked on this project is Mariah's Luz, Nozick's student. He can complete the project. Titus and the Marines are sent after him. He is on the planet Avarax, which was attacked by Tyranids. The Space Marines fight their way through the hordes of enemies. They board the elevator. It takes them to the other end of the platform. They fight off the enemies and protect the elevator chains. After killing the enemies, they reach the platform and go into the premises. There they deal with the hordes of enemies. Titus and the team find that the generator is malfunctioning. They reach the machine spirit. This is a computer with data. Titus finds information that Mariah's Luz is in the Temple of Thasian. Titus also requests information about the Aurora project. He finds information. The Aurora is an artifact. He destroyed it earlier in the last part of the game. The generator breaks down and can explode, so the main characters turn it off. Returning from the mission, Titus tells Akaran, this weapon is a weapon of chaos. The captain does not want to listen to Titus's arguments. The plan is approved by the higher-ups, and he reminds them of the heresy of Titus. The heroes head for the next mission. They land near the Temple of Thasian. After killing crowds of enemies, they meet a strong Tyranid called Neurotrope. After killing him, they meet a Space Marine. He takes them to the temple. There they meet the guardsmen. It turned out to be a trap. One of the heroes dies. They are attacked by Chaos Space Marines. The main characters fight off the enemies. Entering the temple, the heroes see their comrades killed. Chocolate Space Marine Tyrone is angry and goes into the thick of the battle, fighting off his allies. The heroes cover him. Having regrouped, Titus scolds Tyrone for his recklessness. The Space Marines move on. The magical structure tries to break down the door. The heroes kill the Chaosites and destroy the weapon. Having opened the door, they find Mariah's Luz. The heroes evacuate him to the spaceship. MikeOrion reports that the planet is under attack and that a secret weapon must be used. But Titus tries to dissuade him. The weapon may get out of control. He suggests killing the Hive Tyrant and re-establishing contact with Master Kalga. The Hive Tyrant is a creature that commands all the Tyranids within its radius of action. The Space Marines go on a mission. They destroy crowds of enemies and head to the communications hub. They protect the hub. In the end, the Swarm Tyrant is killed and the Tyranids are routed. Titus heads to the room to report the information to Master Kalga. He is met only by tech priests. They perform a ritual to contact the Master. The female Psyker thinks that Titus is a heretic and orders the Space Marine to kill him. The Space Marine kills her. She was under the control of the Chaos Amurik. After a brutal battle, he escapes. The heroes return to the ship. MikeOrion tells us that the forces of Chaos have attacked the complex. The Aurora weapon is being developed there. The beacon calls for reinforcements. They decide to destroy the Chaos beacon by ramming it with an old ship. They need to place a coordination beacon to do this. The chaplain scolds them. He suspects them of heresy, since they killed the Psyker. The protagonists set off on a mission. They fly through space and dodge debris. This is an epic moment in the game, which I really liked. The landing is successful, and the heroes fight their way through huge crowds of Chaosites. Titus sets up a beacon and protects it. After waiting for correction, the ship crashes into the beacon, and the enemies are deprived of reinforcements. This is not the end. The protagonists go to return the Aurora. They go to the tunnels where the weapon was developed. Having destroyed the Chaosites, they meet Luz. Titus dissuades him from launching the weapon. But the tech priest refuses. This is the work of his life. They shoot at the barrier, but they cannot break through it. Amurik tries to break through the shield. He calls on the Hellbrute. The Hellbrute is a dreadnought that has been tainted by chaos. The Space Marines deal with it, but Luz activates the Aurora. He assumed that this weapon would banish the Chaosites. But it turned out to be a lie. All this time, all the knowledge was a trick of the Chaosites. The tech priest, not realizing, made a weapon that creates warp rifts. The warp is a parallel dimension in which the Chaos Gods and the Chaosites live. Amurik kills Luz and takes the power source. The forces of the warp drive many guardsmen crazy. But the Space Marines are protected from the effects of the filth. The heroes meet MikeOrion. They decide to fight the forces of chaos. Having defeated many enemies, they break through to the portal. Titus raises the banner, and they fight to the end. When it seemed all was over, Master Kalga, along with his other comrades, saves them. They begin to discuss the plan. The source of energy is the central obelisk. They decide to reverse the polarity of the obelisks and deprive them of power and close the rift. At this moment, the most epic moments begin. One of the demons appears. One of the Space Marines turns the obelisk over. This works. The forces of chaos weaken. Having destroyed another Hellbrute, the Space Marines meet a dreadnought. Together with it, they get into the thick of the battle and destroy the enemies. After defeating the enemy, they turn over the second obelisk. The forces of chaos weakened. Amurik makes the demons slow down time around him, but Lord Kalga is not affected. Amurik escapes into the warp. Kalga runs after him. The heroes run after their lord. They find the sorcerer. A battle begins. The sorcerer creates illusions. Titus saves Kalga from this madness, and they all attack the Chaosite together. Titus destroys Amurik, turning over the last obelisk. Titus came to his senses. The battle is over. The forces of chaos are destroyed. On the ship, Titus is awarded a helmet with a golden laurel wreath for his feat. Lord Kalga asks him to go on another mission. The chaplain still doubts Titus's loyalty. It turns out to be Leandros, the ultramarine from the previous part. He was a snitch. Because of him, Titus was accused of heresy. This is how the second part of the Space Marine ends. The plot is quite normal. The game mechanics, graphics and epic battles are magnificent. There are very few bugs. There are minor freezes if there are a very large number of opponents. I think the game is excellent. I recommend it. The game is well optimized. I hope this video was useful. Subscribe, like, good luck to everyone and bye.